Good morning to one and all present here. I, Assistant Professor Munira Syed, Coordinator of BCom Department, along with my members, welcome our respected Principal Sir, Dr. Sanjay Mishra, our guest speaker, Dr. Subha Rao, all the department coordinators, faculty members, and all the participants present over here. The Department of BCom of Sri L.R. Tiwari Degree College have organized a national level webinar on paradigm shift in career development, unfolding opportunities in the new normal. With this intent, we have with us a very dynamic personality, Dr. Subha Rao, who would give the insight about today's topic. I would also give a small introduction of Dr. Subha Rao, sir. Sir has over 17 years of industrial experience. He is presently working as a senior manager, O grade in NTPC Darlipali Super Thermal Power Project, Odisha. Earlier, he has worked in NTPC, Telco Thermal, and Ramagundam power stations. Before joining NTPC, he was in Mesgon Dock Limited, Mumbai, and in NHPC also. His diversified qualifications include BTech in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, MBA in Operation Management, MSc in Psychology, PG Diploma in Environment and Sustainable Development. He has done his PhD from Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology, Bhopal. Dr. Rao has the professional certifications such as IGC in Occupational Health and Safety by NIBOSH, UK Harvard Management Mentor from Harvard Business School. He was qualified in EPSET 2013. He also holds a certificate of proficiency in boiler operating engineer project management IPMA level D. He has presented several research papers in the international and national conferences and have been the resource person for the webinars and the FDPs. He has a blog and YouTube channel through which he shares his idea. A warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Now, I would also request our respected principal, sir, to please speak a few words.
Thank you very much, Assistant Professor Munira. And she is the coordinator of the BCom department as well as a training and placement officer at my college. First of all, the warm welcome on behalf of Sri L.R. Tiwari Degree College, the management, as well as the bigger umbrella of Rahul Education, to our guest speaker, to one of the versatile personality on the virtual platform, Dr. Subha Rao ji. As Munira has already given around the introduction of Dr. Subha Rao ji, I know the introduction runs around into pages. Munira said, "Okay, sir, itna sara to nahi read kar payenge." I told, "Okay, take all the important points around and kindly give around a short introduction, a brief introduction of Dr. Subha Rao ji." We are overwhelmed with his presence around on this particular platform. Now, basically, if I talk around with today's topic, the topic is about the paradigm shift, and paradigm shift which has given us a big opportunities, right? Even see, as there, every challenge, every adversity, whatever the human beings have faced, okay, the humans have tried to come up and on with some kind of new innovation, some kind of new idea, some kind of new novelty. And see, when this COVID has affected the entire world, okay, not only the corporate but the education sector also, the small micro sectors also, every damn corporate, every damn business organization, every damn education organization, they tried around to come up around with some kind of new thing. When I talk about the new normal, see, the platform where we people are connected with each other, the platform where we people are connected with each other, the platform where we people are connected with each other, the platform where we people are connected with each other, the platform where we people are connected with each other.
Sir, your voice is not coming. I think you are mute, sir.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was talking about, there are hundreds of examples of the startups also, wherein the students, the young age people, they have come up around with some kind of innovative sort of businesses, which they have started up during this particular pandemic. There are a lot of examples where we do have the technology which was not been used before 2018, before 2019, when the corona just hit around the world. A lot of things have nothing. So what I mean to say is, with every adversity, with every challenge to the mankind, to the human races, the human beings would always find around a new way, a new opportunity. Every challenge, we people accept it, and we people, I think, I just come up around with more flying colors, with more uniqueness around, in terms of various types of opportunities what we see in the world around. I know Dr. Subba Raoji is there with us, and he is going to give us a brief about a lot of things what has happened up around in the corporate world as well as in the education sector, how the people have taken around, accepted this type of challenges, how we all are, I think, just coming up around with as a winner, I should say, as a winner in front of this COVID also. And I am very much sanguine that the students of my college and the faculties of my college, they would surely learn new things, new concepts, and they would also, I think, just promote around new startups in my college itself. Thank you very much from my side, Dr. Subba Raoji and Munira. Over to you, Munira, for the further ado.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request Dr. Subba Rao, sir, to kindly take over the session. I would also request the participants at the end of the session, you can feel free to ask question by posting it on the YouTube chat. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Subba Raoji, your mic is muted. Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. And first of all, I thank LR Tiwari Degree College, Mumbai, to give me such a wonderful opportunity to speak on this very important topic. Let me share my slides first. Is the slide visible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So once again, good morning, all of you. Today's topic is paradigm shift in career development, unfolding opportunities in the new normal. I'm Dr. Subba Rao, and let us see what is happening to our careers because of this COVID and post-COVID situations. So how to plan our career? Basically, we have so many dreams to fulfill in our lives, right? So you students might be having so many dreams in your career. So how to plan your career and how to groom it and how to achieve your goals in your life, that we'll see one by one. We all know about this proverb, necessity is the mother of invention. Okay, so COVID has necessitated our lives to come out of box and think differently. Even people have invented the Covaxin, Covishield, all these vaccines are invented very recently within no time, because that is the necessity of the world. So once you are in a necessity, automatically you will come up with new ideas and you will shape your career also. So you should feel responsible for your own career. That is the key word here. So your parents are supporting you to certain extent. After that, you should stand on your own. So we should think of our careers in that fashion, that you are the creator of your own destiny, right? So let us see. What is the difference between invention and discovery? We should discover ourselves. We have certain hidden talents in us. We have to discover those and try to invent something for the world. So the moment you are inventing something means it is not there earlier, you are inventing. It is completely new. Earlier, these vaccines for COVID were not there. Even COVID was also not there. So COVID has come. That was the necessity for invention of vaccines. So they have come up with new vaccines, and still research is going on for providing much more better vaccines, right? So that is how necessity becomes the mother of invention. And we should discover our own hidden talents and try to groom them and use them to fullest potential to reach your goals and to invent something in your life. We know the difference between innovation, creativity, and ideas. So we should start thinking differently and come out with some ideas, try to groom them into creativity. Then innovation is what? Innovation is, it should be practically feasible, practically implementable, and economically viable. That idea is innovation. So that is the key factor for entrepreneurship. So the moment you are selling your ideas, you are becoming an entrepreneur. I have one idea with me. It should be sold in the market. So people should accept those ideas. You should have that convincing power. Then it automatically becomes an innovation, and then you will become an entrepreneur. So you should start grooming your ideas, start thinking on day-to-day basis. We should start thinking about our career, about different problems in the world and different needs of the people. So we should understand the needs of the people. Necessity is the mother of invention, right? So we should understand the necessities. We should understand the needs of customers to design a product, to deliver a product up to their satisfaction. That is the main motto of any business, right? So similarly, in research also, we should understand the problem. We should understand the needs. We should understand the necessities. That is how we should plan thinking about these problems and come out with new ideas and innovation. So because of this post-COVID situation, there are n number of sectors which got affected completely. One is education, the others are like industries, small scale industries, all those have got affected a lot. Simultaneously, we have opportunities around because of this COVID situation. What are those? Let us explore. As you all are from commerce background, I learned a wonderful concept from commerce. That is this opportunity cost. What is that? Once you are doing something means you have lost the opportunity of doing something else. That is how I have interpreted and I have learned that concept and I apply it to any opportunity. You are taking up one opportunity means you have lost the opportunity of doing something else. Suppose if you are watching TV means you have lost the opportunity of painting, let us say, or singing, let us say. If you are studying something means you have lost the opportunity of playing. If you are playing means you have lost the opportunity of studying. That is how we can use the opportunity cost principle in daily lives also. You are doing a particular job means you have lost the opportunity of doing other kinds of jobs. Okay, so that is how you should understand your career. Somebody wants to be a singer, let us say, but he has joined as a lecturer. So he has lost the opportunity of singer, of becoming a singer, full-time singer, right? Or full-time cricketer. So ultimately, you have to decide what is your main goal of life. Okay, what exactly you want to become in your life. The remaining opportunities automatically will be lost once you are taking up one opportunity. Or else you should master taking up so many opportunities altogether. For that, you need to be multi-skilled, multi-talented, and multitasking. So simultaneously, you should be doing so many things. So a student can be brilliant in studies as well as in co-curricular activities. So he is an all-rounder. So you should decide whether you want to become an expert or an all-rounder. So, and simultaneously what I say is we should know something about everything and everything about something. Earlier there was a proverb, master of all, jack of all, master of none. I have changed it to master of one. At least you should be a master of one, or in your own skill, in your own subject, you should be a master. Then you try to imbibe the remaining skills and try to be multi-talented and multifunctional and multitasking. So that is how you should design, because suppose the main opportunity which you are taking up, because of something else, because of the external situations, you have lost that, then at least the remaining areas will be there to support you in the crisis situation. Many people in this post-COVID situation have lost so many jobs, okay? But they don't have the standby opportunities. They have not explored the remaining opportunities. That's why they are facing so many problems. So we should always have a standby option for you. Not only your main career, but also you should focus on so many other things as an alternatives for your main opportunity. Okay, this is the reverse of the opportunity cost, right? From the opportunity cost principle, we can learn this, that we should have different opportunities also at our disposal. When you face a crisis situation, you should have a smooth shift to the another opportunity. So opportunities should be at your disposal all the time. So how to identify those opportunities, and how basically the opportunities are so many, and your ideas, your skill set should match with that opportunity. Then only you can grab that opportunity, right? So we should upgrade our skills also in the multi-dimensional fashion, right? So you should be multi-skilled to identify multiple opportunities and explore them. So what I mean to say is we should be multi-talented. Okay. So you are studying commerce means you should not get restricted to that only, right? You should think of different options in the world and get the knowledge from different corners. Let us say IT. In the information technology or the digital skills are very much required in 21st century for all of us, irrespective of any domain. So we should acquire those skills. From where we should get? I'm studying commerce means we should not get restricted to that only, right? So we should explore, we should come out of box. There are different sectors which got affected in COVID situation. The first one is our education. Education means both teaching and learning. From the teacher side also it got affected. From the student side also it got affected, and everything has become digital. Earlier, becoming digital in education was a dream for so many people and so many countries also. But because of the COVID situation, it has come within no time. So everybody has become, everybody has gone digital, at least in education, right? So even this golden opportunity of talking to you is also because of this digitalization process. So many webinars, so many FDPs, so many knowledge sharing platforms have evolved because of the post-COVID situation. And on the contrary, many people have lost jobs. Many students have stopped studying because of this COVID situation. So I know so many professors have lost their jobs, and salaries are cut. There are problems from the teaching side, the faculty side, and from the student side also. Many people have stopped studying. If you just think of rural areas, the people who don't have communication devices like mobile phones or TVs or anything, so they are not digitally connected. Ultimately, they don't have anything to learn, right? So think of those people who don't have that communication connectivity. They have completely lost their education because of COVID situation. So there are n number of problems in the world, and one of the basic sectors which got affected is our education. And simultaneously, this education has given us so many opportunities also. The people who are active in digital platforms or in social media, they are clicking, they are sharing so much of knowledge through these online education platforms, and your knowledge is shared throughout the world through digital media or this social media, right? So I can teach students from any corner of the world, right? So you are not a local student anymore, you are a global student. You are connected to the world through this web, right? So the webinar can be conducted to a remote place in the world from here, right? So that is how we are digitally connected. The entire world is digitally connected, and you get the knowledge from each and every corner of the world. So we cannot blame that I'm not getting the knowledge from our college or from our country. Now we all are connected to the world. So the knowledge is abundantly available. We should grab, we should explore that new possibility of getting connected to so many people, so many experts in the world, and get the information, right? That is the opportunity. And if you are good at something, you can share your knowledge also in digital platforms, in YouTube channel, or by means of podcasts, right? So many people, many talented people, they are showcasing their talent because of this opportunity of digitalization of education. The other important sector is health. Number of cases are increasing, a number of COVID cases are increasing, but the number of doctors are less. Okay, the doctor-patient ratio is less, very less, not only in India but also in the world, and the cases are increasing leaps and bounds. So how to tackle with this? There is a huge gap, demand supply gap in health sector. Even the nursing, even the pharmaceutical section, all sections of health sector, there is a huge scope, right? Again, there is a huge crisis also. Simultaneously, these are the frontline workers, and they are also dying because of these COVID problems, right? So health is another sector which got affected heavily, and it has got a lot of scope. So many people in health sector, they have earned a lot in COVID situations. Many private hospitals, they have earned a huge amount because of this COVID situation. And simultaneously, many people have lost their lives also. So we have both pros and cons, and simultaneously some opportunities are also there, right? So health services, suppose some patient is there, so we have to support them. That supporting health support systems are not there now. So there is a huge requirement there. Entertainment. Suppose if we see the movie industries, all big movies which are going to be released recently, even in January also, they have just postponed it to March or something like that. And all the big movies, Earlier, they used to get released in theaters. Now they have come to OTT platforms, online platforms. And simultaneously, you have seen so many big stars acting in web series also. So web series concept we have just seen in the in the pandemic situation only, or post pandemic. Now it is growing leaps and bounds. And so here also, if you have some hidden talent, you can explore these opportunities. OTT platforms are free, and you can upload, or even you can explore the possibility of taking up some small short video and keep it on YouTube. So if you are extremely talented, or if you are a great singer, let us say, so you have all these opportunities. The large, medium, and small scale industries, they have affected a lot because of so many things. One is because of the lockdowns and all, simultaneously the workforce, simultaneously on the customer side, the demand has come down. On the supplier side also, there are some hurdles. So it is very difficult for the manufacturing industries to sustain because of the COVID situation. Simultaneously, what they did is they have started cutting down the human resource expenditure, right? They have cut down so many people jobs. So people have lost the jobs, and they are trying to recruit multi-talented professionals. Suppose if a single person can replace 3 persons, so they will be choosing this person with multi skills, and they will remove those 3 persons. So we should be that person. So we should have multi talents to get jobs in future, right? So even if it becomes normal after a post COVID situation, and after all these things, even if it becomes normal also, the companies have started understanding that multi-talented professionals are the need of the hour. We should be so much agile. Agility means you should be dynamic in synchronization with the dynamic changes happening in the world. The world is changing, so you should also be changing according to the changes happening in and around you. So we should first of all understand what are the changes in the world. So we should open our eye and understand what is happening there, and try to change yourself matching to the requirement. So that is how you should get ready for your future, for your careers. Entrepreneurship. So as sir has told, many entrepreneur ventures have come in post-COVID situation. The important aspect is the moment you have an idea, you have the financial feasibility, then you can start up your venture. But you should have funds. You should convince the fundraising. How to raise the funds is very important. You should convince the investors, saying that my idea is good and my business will be sustainable. Then they will give you the loan, then you can start your venture. But unfortunately, most of the startups, they get vanished after 1 year. They cannot sustain. Why? Because they don't have the long-term visibility. As an entrepreneur, you should think long-term. You should have a long-term vision, how to handle different situations, because the world is volatile, right? So it is always changing. The markets are volatile. So we should understand them and try to strategize your business so that it will sustain in the long run. That is how you should have a strategic thinking. You should have better vision, and you should inspire your people to fulfill your goals or the goals of the entrepreneurial venture, then you can become a successful entrepreneur, right? All these qualities you should explore. Entrepreneurship means not only starting a business, okay, it is the behavior of the people. So entrepreneurship behavior you should start developing. You should always think that you should stand on your feet independently. You should not rely much on your parents for each and everything, right? So they have already supported you to certain extent, to whatever is possible. Now at least it is your time to think independently and stand independently on your own feet. So that is the entrepreneurship thinking. Even if you get a job in a government sector or private sector, still we have entrepreneurship. Means even you have a secured job also, you should start thinking innovatively and you should reduce the cost minimization. All these are parts of entrepreneurship thinking or behavior. So we should start developing all those things. So how to market your own ideas, that is also important, right? Coming out with ideas is important, and simultaneously selling your ideas, convincing power is also important. Everything gets included in entrepreneurship. Tourism is another sector which has got affected a lot because of all these things. So there is a scope for innovation in tourism sector also. How to improve that? People want ideas, right? To improve tourism sector, what are your ideas? So can you go live on digital platforms showing all these things, showing the beauty of nature or some tourism spots to increase the advertisements, or what else can be done? And even government is giving some offers for tourism visits, right? So many problems are there in tourism sector also. If you are coming up with some innovative idea to help any of these sectors, then you will get that opportunity of becoming an expert in that. And hotel sector, again, you know how it got affected in this pandemic. Even only takeaways are allowed, and there also people were removed from the jobs in hotels. On day-to-day life, the moment from morning to night, you should observe whatever is happening in and around. From that only you should understand all the problems of different people, and then you can come out with your new ideas. That is the trick of the trade. In all these aspects, why we should open our eyes and see what is happening in and around is all the business ideas, all the needs of the customers are understood with careful observation. Okay, we should observe people carefully. You should understand their problems, their needs, and try to come out with the possible solutions. That is the trick of the trade. So we should understand what is happening in and around and strategize your career accordingly. Software and digitalization. So here people were working from home. So irrespective of their lockdowns, they don't have any effect. For the software people, they were working safely from home. So digitalization is there for them. That's why they could explore that opportunity of working from home. But remaining people who are working in the industry, they were some people were removed, and some people who are working, they are under risk of this COVID and all. So we can explore and so much of software and digitalization is taking place because of the work from home. So much of scope is there for laptop sellers, or for the communication devices, even web connections, Wi-Fi, those IT related, total IT related sector has a boom, right? So we can explore the opportunities there also. Social media platforms, as I already told you, YouTube and blogs. We can explore these possibilities. You can showcase your talent and just check, take it as a parallel path, and uh, you take it as a hobby, let us say. Okay, just try to explore everything as a hobby, because still you are a student, so you can develop all these positive hobbies. All these things you can take it as a hobby and move it forward. And YouTuber, nowadays it is a career in itself, right? So many YouTubers are there, they are just doing these YouTube videos, and they have made that as a career, and they are earning a lot. Blog writers, they are earning a lot, but you should keep them as a standby. Okay, you should focus on your main career, and simultaneously you can do all these things as hobbies. Okay, we should not directly depend on these things, because uh, they have a huge amount of risk, right? So when you are first financially stable, then only you can think freely, right? Your career is stable, then you can think innovatively. Otherwise, if you are in trouble, then your mind will not be free, and you cannot come out with new ideas. Then you will be under stress, right? The more stress you have, the more it will kill your innovation, right? So further you are not getting up with new ideas, means further stress is there. So you will be landing in trouble, and you will be in the vicious cycle. So how to come out of that? Break the cycle and try to think that it is your hobby. Then you are free from that amount of stress. So you are focusing on some other good opportunity, stable opportunity. Then the remaining things will be your hobbies. Then there won't be any stress on your mind. You will be free with new and new ideas. You can explore new possibilities and opportunities. So cyber security. So the moment huge digitalization is happening, there is a scope for fraudulent messages and scams, so many other bad practices in the cyber crime areas. So there is a huge scope for cyber security. Suppose if you are innovating and providing cyber security, or at least you should be very careful when you are handling your mobile devices or laptops. So many people, it is the high time for the hackers. I'm not telling you to be a hacker. I'm telling you to be a secured person. How to provide security, or you are just giving your thoughts on cyber security. You are making the people aware. You are conducting an awareness program on cyber security. That also is a good area to explore, because there is a huge vacuum there. There is a huge scope there. So we should explore that opportunity of cyber security. And government is focusing on this and conducting so many free courses on skill development, especially on cyber security and other artificial intelligence, all those. That is called future skills. There is a program conducted by government, that is future skills. It is open for all the citizens of India, and it was free. Now also I think it is free. We should check it. So in that, artificial intelligence, blockchains, all the latest and future skills are being imparted to all the citizens of India, right? Cyber security is one of them. So again, there are n number of online platforms which are freely available for you to learn so many things, right? So we should learn all these skills which are required for different sectors. One more important aspect is digital marketing. Nowadays, due to lockdown or due to the threat of COVID, people are buying online. So online market is increasing means what? So the platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, they are making profits simultaneously. The persons, the courier. So the entire value chain is getting a boom, right? The software providers and the banks, the digital transactions, everything, the entire supply chain is digital and everybody is getting benefited out of that, including the courier services who are delivering the goods at your home due to this pandemic situation, right? So the digital marketing is another area in which you can break that digital marketing into so many sub processes, and each process you observe and where your skills are fitting, you can explore that opportunity. So how to handle, so we have just observed so many opportunities in different sectors, and how to grab those opportunities. First of all, we should do a SWOT analysis of ourselves. What is SWOT analysis? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We should understand our own strengths, our own weaknesses, and try, that is your internal analysis. So we should understand our strengths and weaknesses and see what is happening in the world. What are the opportunities and what are the threats, right? So both internal and external, we should understand. And if we are matching with our internals, the external environment, then your career is safe. The opportunities are in software. So we should learn so many software courses, irrespective of your branch. Okay. For commerce graduates also, there might be some platforms like ERP you can learn, right? Entrepreneur resource planning, right? That is SAP, SAP, you know now. So every company has SAP, and in that also, we have pay slip generation. Everything is connected to your ERP software. So even finance people, they have to run the payroll. So they have to check all the basic DA, all those things they will incorporate, and they will run the pay scale, payroll, and the taxes. All those thing calculations are done through the softwares. So there are commerce softwares also, and even business softwares we can learn and explore. And the other opportunity I have already told you, multi-talents and multitasking. How you want to be diverse, how to diversify yourselves. The companies are diversifying into different areas, and even the opportunities are diversified. So why can't we diversify ourselves to match different contexts, and different opportunities are to be grabbed? So we should diversify ourselves. Means what? We should acquire multi-skills. Counseling. Many people are under tremendous amount of stress because of the COVID situation. Many people have lost their their close friends, their family members, and even they have suffered a lot because of the COVID themselves. So there is a huge amount of stress among all the people, and many people have lost the jobs. Financial crisis is there. So many aspects are there. So most of the people are psychologically down now. So we have to uplift them. It is the responsibility of a psychologist basically. But again, there is a huge demand and supply gap. So at least we should say something to our friends, so that at least we will uplift their mood and we will support them, right? That kind of empathy we should have. At least we are not a trained counselor. Still, we should have certain sympathy and empathy for those people who are affected because of the COVID situation. So again, this is another important area to be explored by all of us. Healthcare support and assistance. I have already told you there is a huge amount of gap there. That also can be filled voluntarily. So many NGOs are working on that. We can join that, and you can help the needy in this particular situation. That is the social responsibility what we have. Okay, so these are different aspect opportunities. The opportunities may not give you the monetary benefit always. Okay, there are so many opportunities. Suppose watching a movie is an opportunity for me to be thrilled, to be happy, right? That is an opportunity. Everything is an opportunity, right? So we should exercise those opportunities of getting satisfied. We'll have an enormous satisfaction once you help someone. So that is an opportunity again. So explore that opportunity. So you will be getting so many emotional intelligence aspects by doing different things. All those are very much required in entrepreneurship or in becoming a leader. Try to understand this. You should not think of the result when you are doing something. So whatever you are doing, that will add to your own experience, right? And knowledge. It will enhance your knowledge and your skills. So I have already told you that we should acquire multi skills. So explore different possibilities and opportunities. Get those experiences. Add all those experiences that will build you a multi-talented career. Okay. Yoga and meditation. Yeah, many people are doing yoga and meditation during this pandemic and lockdowns. So many yoga trainers, meditators, meditation trainers, they got a boom in this pandemic situation. Even we can also learn meditation, or somebody is practicing already, then they can share their ideas through online platforms also or offline, and get the other people trained. So that is another area you can explore. The other opportunities are creative works, arts. Somebody may like to paint, they can do it now. So explore all your dreams, right? So somebody wants to sing, yeah, they can do that. Now dance, anything you can do. Now it is a high time to explore your creative works and arts, right? Sports, we have sufficient time, and explore that. Try to practice more, and you can become an expert later on. But what I told is you should stick to your main goal and treat the other things as hobbies. Then you can easily explore those hobbies, as well as you can achieve your main goal, right? Hobbies. That's what I already told. Education. Yeah, here I already told you both teaching and learning constitutes education, right? Even the students can teach also. They can start exploring, right? A BCom student teaching a 10th class student is not a problem, right? So suppose if you take a 10th standard lesson on YouTube platform, some people may get affected, may get benefited, right? So that is how you can start exploring your dreams. Learning courses. You can do so many courses free of cost through Swayam. Swayam is the initiative taken up by the government of India, and all the courses there are free for all, right? If you want a certificate, then you have to pay 1,000 or 2,000 and get the certificate. There will be an examination. Otherwise, the knowledge is free for you. You can learn a lot. Okay, and Swayam is such an application in which all the courses are designed and designed on different areas. So you can be a multi-talented person if you learn through this. And even it is for the teachers also. Many lecturers and professors are doing Swayam courses nowadays. And finally, these are my contact details and how to explore the new opportunities and what are the skills required and how to set up goals in life. All those things are already there in my previous videos in my YouTube channel. You can see that. And now I close the session. Wishing you all the best for your great future. Any doubt, you can always contact me. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
I have few questions from the student side.
Yes, ma'am.
Post-COVID, looking at the changing scenario in coming years, what are the skills and knowledge young generation should have for growth and development in one's career?
Yes. The first and the foremost thing I say is the communication skill. In whatever career you choose, okay? If your communication skills are good, then you will go high in your career. Because the good communication will result in good convincing power, right? So if you are convincing someone with your ideas, then only you can sell your idea, right? So you have 10,000 ideas with you, but nobody is understanding what exactly you are thinking. Then it is of no use. So ultimately, other people should get convinced by your ideas. How you are doing that? That is the skill required. That is your communication skill. Or I'll say in the other fashion, suppose you have read for something for the examination. You are not able to put it on the examination paper. Then it is of no use. How much knowledge you have, unfortunately, you are not able to put on paper. Then it is of no use, right? So the writing skills are required for the examination. And simultaneously in life, your communication skills are required to convey your ideas. And communication is both ways. Listening also is included in communication. So you should be understanding what other people are saying. That also is a communication skill. So communication skill is one important thing, and simultaneously critical thinking, that is analytical thinking. So how you are analyzing the things, how you are observing the things in and around, how you are understanding them, and how you are analyzing. What is the problem and how to deal with that? Who is involved in that? What are the options available for me? That all this is critical thinking. Okay, and how to handle this situation. So that is how you will be dealing with the different situations in the world or in the business or in the life. So critical thinking is another important 21st century skill required. So there are certain 21st century skills required. Okay, that I have one video in YouTube. But again, as he asked, I am telling briefly that communication skill is required. The other is your critical thinking or thinking differently or analytical ability. Okay, and reasoning power. And the third important thing is your IT skills. So whether it is education or whether it is job or digital marketing, anything, everything has become online now. But before pandemic itself, they have identified that that is IT as the 21st century skill required. We are in the 21st century means we should have all these skills by default. That's all. How you are learning, that is a different case. But we should have all these skills. Then only you are eligible to exist in 21st century. You try to understand that. Okay. So how to explore all these things? Everything is free on internet. If you have Google, YouTube, and a mobile phone with a connection, internet connection, that's all. Everything is available for you. So you should explore and learn. Yes. And many other skills are there, right? Team skills. How you are working in a team, how you are understanding others' perspectives, and how you are dealing with the problems in the team. That is team spirit and team skills. So working in a team is a skill in itself, right? And multi-talent, how you are exploring multi-talents or cross-functional or agility, flexibility, how you are flexible enough, how you are imbibing the changes into yourself and how you are changing yourself according to the changes in the world. That is agility, okay, or flexibility, right? Or dynamism. You should be dynamic, otherwise you will become diabetic. So the world is dynamic and dynamically changing. So we should also change dynamically, right? According to the changes in the world. Otherwise you will become diabetic. So that is another important skill required. So there are a number of skills. Okay. These are some of the basic skills required. Yeah. And technical skills.
Thank you, sir. Sir, we have a question from one of our faculty member, Professor Ram Bhuvan, sir.
Sir. Sir, I think you are muted. Yeah, please unmute.
Ram Bhuvan, sir, your mic
Yes,
is muted.
Good afternoon.
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah. Yes,
Sir,
unmute.
looking
Yeah.
at the current situation, is it the correct time to start new entrepreneurship, new startups?
Yeah, in certain areas, certain sectors, it is the right time, sir. In certain sectors, it is not the right time. Because already the existing businesses are collapsing. So there is no requirement for the new business in certain sectors. But in certain sectors, there is a huge requirement where the skills are not there. So there we can grab the opportunities. That is why we should have the overall understanding of the different sectors. Then, and we should be ready to grab the opportunities in those sectors, even though we are not the master of that. Yeah, that's why that agility factor, that flexibility factor is very much required. Even I am not an expert in IT, but I should encroach into the IT sector because there is a huge vacuum there. Or even I am not an expert in the health sector or yoga or meditation, but still there is a huge requirement there. Then immediately I should learn those skills and jump into those sectors, at least on knowledge sharing platforms. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Or even in research areas also, we can choose those areas to explore that different opportunities are there in these particular sectors and not in these sectors. And we can suggest to the world that we should approach these sectors for entrepreneurial ventures. That is already many McKinsey and other companies, KPMG, all those people have already done research and they have come up with certain sectors which have a boom post-COVID. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir, for answering around the questions. I think I'm having some problem around with the video.
Okay, sir.
Now, but as what sir has already mentioned, that it is a VUCA world. And when I talk about with the VUCA world, it is more about with volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. And dear students, as we are all under this particular pandemic, and this is a third wave going on in the world today, we all need to not just be a master of one, but we should be the jack of all trades. As sir said, that I am not from IT background, but still I should have the knowledge about the IT which is required. So, my dear students, my dear learners, what we understand from all this thing is important is you need to improve your communication skill. Okay, you need to accept and adapt to the changing world. I believe around sir would surely nothing but accept around my this particular two words, adapt and accept around to the changing world, because change is the only constant, right? So what we need to do is we need to see to it that what type of skills are required, and we need to grab, gain around those type of skills. Today, maximum of the places we see we are on the online virtual platform. But this online virtual platform, I don't see this as a hindrance. This is also a new opportunity of learning. And because of this particular virtual platform, we are connected to the entire world. You just tell me today, Subha Raoji, Dr. Subha Raoji is there around at Assam. Was it possible around for him, or was it possible for our college to invite him physically over here, or he to nothing can just travel around from here? There would have been hindrance, but today because of the virtual platform, he is there with us, and whichever person around in the world can be connected around to the virtual platform. So I understand that it is not an hindrance. If the students accept this thing properly, this thing can also change around their life and they can be successful. Sir, there are a lot of students who have got around better opportunities from my college. Okay, in this particular pandemic, they got good salaries, a salary package of 5 lakh, 7 lakh rupees, and everything is posted around on the website, wherein some of the students find difficult to grab a job of 5,000, 10,000 per month, and there are some students who are really getting around a job of 40 to 50,000 rupees per month. So what is different? What is the difference that those people have created in their resumes, and what is that you are not doing it? So that is what the difference is. And sir has very clearly stated that, dear students, you need to be very much alert. You need to have around good knowledge about the current affairs. You need to work around. See, there is a big gap between the industry and the academia, but there are different ways around where you can fill up around that particular gap between the industry and the academia. Because when you do around different types of courses, when you learn around the things, okay, what will happen up, you will prepare yourself for the industry. And let me just share this thing with you, sir. We have already tied up around with two different corporate companies. One of the company is a non-profit organization, and they have got around the CSR amount of the RBL Bank. And there is another company, that is the GTT company. There is another company called as TechnoServe, and we are running around two different programs with that particular company. We are signed up 3 years of MOU, which is also required out to be required for the NAC also. So
Yeah.
this particular companies, what are they doing is they are providing a program called as Campus to the Corporate. One particular program, Campus to the. So they are giving around free training to my students for corporate etiquettes, for the leadership, for the communication skill, how to crack the interview, how to the mannerism, okay, the personality development. All these type of life skills are taken care around by this particular company. There is
Yes,
another
sir.
program run around in my college that is regarding the skill enhancement. Okay, the potentials and the capabilities what the students do have. Those particular potential capabilities, students require a particular platform to showcase that potentials and the skill, and my college provides the students with that particular platform. So dear students, I should tell you that we have learned around a lot from Dr. Subha Rao ji also. He has given us a lot of details. about the particular topic as well as the opportunities and the challenges what we people are facing. I understand you have taken a lot, okay, from him. Now, I would request around Munira Sayed madam to kindly propose the vote of thanks. If the question and answers are done, kindly propose the official vote of thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request Assistant Professor Jinal Mehta ma'am to kindly end the session with an official vote of thanks. Over to you, Jinal ma'am.
Good afternoon to one and all present over here for the national webinar on the paradigm shift in the career development organized by BCom Department of Sri L.R. Tiwari Degree College. I, Assistant Professor Jinal Mehta, Faculty of BCom Department, consider this occasion as an honor and privilege to extend the vote of thanks on this event. I would like to take this opportunity to extend my sincere thanks and gratitude to our resource person of the day, Dr. Shubha Rao, for this informative session and sharing the knowledge on the same. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, sir. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to our Honorable Principal, Dr. Sanjay Mishra, sir, for his kind support and guidance. Also, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to all the participants present today. Hope you had fruitful learning. I would also like to thank all the faculties and technical department team for their support and the contribution in the success of this webinar. Thank you once again to all the participants. Have a nice day. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Due to the technical problem around for the start of the video, you are not able to see me, but thank you very much, sir. And someday, surely, if I visit Assam, I'll surely ping you up and we'll meet, sir. And whenever
Yes,
you
yes,
do come
thank you.
around to Mumbai, sir, please do come to our college. You're most
Yes,
welcome
sir.
around.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for giving me such a wonderful opportunity. I once again thank the management of LR Degree College, LR Tiwari Degree College, Mumbai, for giving me such a wonderful opportunity. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you, sir. Thank you very much. It was pleasure having you on the virtual platform.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you,
sir.
thank
Have
you.
a nice day, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I wish all the students best of luck and be dynamic.